Hey gamers, Gecko here. Hope everyone's having a good holiday. I just got back last night from my family's house. As you can see, I'm in a nice, warm, snuggy little thing. It's basically a giant blanket. It's really nice, it's really warm. I didn't expect to make any videos basically until the new year, if I'm entirely honest. I was gonna wait for everything to reset, calm down, and then go back at it in January. But Arxis had other plans, apparently. If you don't know what I'm referring to, they released the 19th volume of the developer Backyard, and inside it is a little bit of news about 2.0. I thought we might get something around New Year's, just a little bit of information. I didn't expect a full developer's Backyard, though. I'm very happy for it, but they didn't have to release it on the day after Christmas. Like, come on. Just really awkward timing for my part. But I'm here now, so we're going to read through it, and we're going to go over what's in the Backyard. There'll be a couple of news things about this channel at the end as well, so if you're interested in that, make sure to stay all the way through. All right, let's get to it, shall we? So here it is, the 19th volume of the developer Backyard. The next one's going to be an anniversary. 20 full times that Arxis has given us a massive fuck-off newsletter. Hell yeah. It has been a while since we had the previous one, but if I remember correctly, it's not actually been as long as the biggest drought was. There was a time where we literally didn't get one for over a year, and it's only been like, I want to say 5 months? Let me actually check. 7 to 12. Wow, yeah, 5 months. Nearly on the dot, actually. Holy shit. I'm more in tune with this than I thought. So while half a year can seem like a long time for these kind of things, remember, Arxis, before this point, didn't talk to us basically at all. So half a year, we'll take it. So let's get into it, shall we? Hello, everyone. This is Miyauchi, producer of Guilty Gear Strive. As we approach the end of 2025, I would like to sincerely thank all of you who have continued to play Guilty Gear Strive, and share your thoughts and feedbacks with us throughout the year. On December 18th, Lucy joined the roster in Guilty Gear Strive Nintendo Switch Edition. I was gonna say, that doesn't sound right. Bringing all content updates planned for this year to their completion. At present, the development team has begun working steadily towards the next major update planned for next year, version 2.0. While we are not able to share specific details about version 2.0 here, it also felt a little bit lonely to head into the end of the year without sharing anything at all. So today, as a year-end message, I would like to briefly look back at Lucy, the final chapter added in Season 4, and share a small glimpse into the intentions and development philosophy behind version 2.0. Now, of course, we're going to start with Lucy, and then we'll get into the 2.0 news. I'm going to read the Lucy stuff out because there's generally a little bit of interesting things in here, but there should be timestamps below saying when we get to the actual 2.0 news if you just want to skip to that. Elite hacker, cyberspace surfer, the mysterious netrunner, Lucy! Origin, Poland. I didn't know that. I thought she was from Night City. Oh well. Maybe Night City is just Poland. Who knows? We technically don't know where it is. People think it's California, but it could be Poland. You never know. Characteristics. Lucy turns heads with her mysterious aura and pastel gradient hair, but her icy attitude keeps people at arm's length. Information on her is sparse, meaning her identity and past are largely unknown. In combat, she wields a monowire, a whip-like cybernetic weapon capable of restraining and even dismembering enemies. Agility and hacking skills also serve as formidable parts of her arsenal. Her memory loss may be a temporary side effect of traveling to this world. Lucy is a netrunner based in a place called Night City. Netrunners use their expertise in computer systems and programming to access and manipulate information within networks, at times employing illegal methods. One advanced method to access and navigate these networks is known as a deep dive. During her most recent deep dive into the net, Lucy's soul somehow strayed into the backyard. Fortunately, Oscar found her adrift. He was able to provide a temporary vessel to safely tether her soul to this world. Lucy met Sol and Axel among others, before eventually returning home through a gate of Oscar's creation. That's basically the entire story mode, if you haven't played it. I remember they bigged up the story mode for a while, and the actual story of the arcade mode was a little bit, I don't want to say lackluster, but I don't think it was as big as they thought it was going to be. Having 3 chapters really made it feel like there was going to be some kind of saga that goes on, but it was pretty tame, if I'm entirely honest. It was nice to see, like, more cutscene interactions between characters, though. Lucy is, as many of you know, a character from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. We imagine that many players were inspired to watch the original anime after her guest appearance. I rewatched it. Fun fact. Before Lucy came out, I rewatched the whole anime to make sure that I could be up to date on the lore. It's decent. It's okay. My opinions really haven't changed about Edgerunners. When designing Lucy for Guilty Gear Strive, we wanted her to be approachable, even for players who are new to the game. She was designed as a high-standard character, equipped with fundamental tools such as projectiles, advancing attacks, and invincible options, while excelling in mid-range combat. For the early stages of development, we had extensive discussions with Satoru Homa, I'm not quite sure how to say it, I really apologize. Japan country manager at CD Projekt Red and producer of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, about what Lucy should be like as a fighting game character. When looking strictly at her actions in the original work, the range of movements that translated directly into a fighting game were fairly limited. As a result, we needed to expand upon the source material with our own interpretations, carefully defining boundaries, such as allowing kick attacks while avoiding bare-knuckle brawling, and confirming each decision step by step. Elements like the monowire and quick hacks were features we wanted Lucy to use from the very beginning, even before fine-tuning the battle design. In particular for the monowire, we carefully discussed how far its original depiction could be adapted, including how much of its original impact could be expressed. During the concept phase, a variety of ideas were explored, such as having Lucy hacked summoned drones, or machines to cause explosions, or allowing hacking to interact not only with characters but also with projectiles. Mr. Homer also suggested ideas like Lucy borrowing Rebecca's shotgun for attacks. That would have been sick! Why couldn't she have had David's time slow? I know, like, him using the fucking whatever it's called, the supersonic speed, is like a special thing for him because he's so cool. But like, oh, you could have. Anyway. We paid special attention to recreating quick hacks. The HUD design was entirely rebuilt by the Guilty Gear team based on the UI seen in Cyberpunk 2077, and the text displayed within the HUD switches appropriately depending on the selected language, using fonts faithful to the original. For hacking icons, we newly created designs inspired by 6 types of quick hacks, as well as a short nerve circuit effect, all carefully reimagined within Guilty Gear Strive. With official sound assets provided by the Cyberpunk 2077 development team and their supervisor, we were able to faithfully recreate the feel of quick hacks down to the smallest details. Once again, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to everyone at CD Projekt Red for their generous cooperation. I will say, I didn't realize that these were specifically made for Strive until I started talking about Lucy on a main channel video, and suddenly, the only one that I could find was Contagion, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, all of these, I think Optics is also borrowed directly, but most of them are, like, remade for Strive specifically, and now we finally have, like, bigger looking ones of them. Thank you, Arxis. I really appreciate this. Through the development of Lucy, our team revisited important questions such as, how can we make the game enjoyable even for players experiencing it for the first time? And how can we create new experiences while preserving what makes the series feel like Guilty Gear? These perspectives have become one of the key pillars guiding our work on version 2.0. Here we go! With version 2.0 and beyond, our goal is not simply to adjust characters or add new content, but to prepare updates that offer a refreshed overall experience, one that feels engaging, almost like picking up a new game. This does not mean everything will change all at once. Rather, we see version 2.0 as a milestone, an opportunity to review and refine what we built so far, and to take the next step forward for Guilty Gear Strive. So, from the way they're talking about it, it's not a new game. It's like a new game, but 2.0 is not a new game. From what I can glean from that, it's probably going to be just a massive update. Similar to like BB Tag 2.0, where they changed a bunch of other stuff. Less like Rising, where they re-released the whole game. Honestly, I know a lot of people that were really hoping for that compared to the Rising one. I don't think I knew anyone that was like, yeah, I want them to fully re-release the game. So this is sounding good. Playable characters. Regarding character development, we're adding plans to add One new playable character? What? One? You showed 2 in the trailer. What do you mean 1? What? Oh my god, I was so off the fucking mark. 1? Oh no. Oh no. I wasn't even fucking close. Holy shit. Fuck. In the trailer revealed at EVO 2025, we briefly touched on upcoming Yeah, you showed 2 of them! Including those, we expect to deliver new playable characters gradually, and we also plan to continue adding characters in updates beyond version 2.0. Specific timing and details will be shared at a later date. Gecko Squirrel, all of your theories are wrong. Goodbye. Oh my fucking god. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Fine. Well, okay. They... from the sounds of it, 2.0 is, like, probably going to be, like, a massive balance patch from the way that they're talking. And they plan to have at least a season of DLC after it. Miyauchi was saying in several interviews just after EVO that it is a little bit of a make or break moment. And a lot of us were kind of like, he's probably just saying that because, you know, he wants to hedge his bets. He doesn't want it to be like, yep, it's going to succeed, it's going to do well. He wants us to, like, know that, like, hey, if this does really bad, Arxis is just going to move on. But this also kind of agrees with that. I don't know what the fuck is going on at Arxis. I obviously don't work there. I was wrong massively. But part of me does wonder if even though, like, Strive did really well, Arxis is, like, tentative on it continuing to do well, and that's why they're like, we're only going to give 1 character. Like, you only get development time for maybe a season, so that the team's making sure that they get it as right as humanly possible. But also, it's already gone on for, like, 5 years. Like, I would not be personally very worried. Strive has sort of been, like, the golden goose for Arxis. Obviously, like, Fighters came right before it, but non-tag game-wise, Strive has been, like, the big game. So I don't know why they're as tentative about this as they're being. It is what it is. 1 character? Fuck. Which one's it gonna be? God, please be Jam. God, please be Jam. Don't be Robokai. Please be Jam. I'm begging you. Battle balance philosophy. As updates have accumulated over time, we recognize that, partially through universal mechanics, the overall level of characters' performance has gradually increased. For version 2.0, our first priority is to bring these heightened performance levels back to an appropriate range, with the goal of establishing a battle environment that functions in a healthier and more stable way overall. I'm liking the sound of this! From there, we will review elements where the balance between risk and reward has become unclear, as well as areas where gameplay has tended to favor overly specific actions or choices, resulting in a narrower range of decision-making. In particular, regarding Wild Assault, we are reassessing its role and position as a universal mechanic, taking into account how the environment has evolved since its introduction. From our perspective, making the game easier to understand and more satisfying to play, especially for newcomers, we are carefully reviewing how the mechanic should function within the broader experience. Okay. For a small number of characters, we are also considering changes that go beyond standard tuning, including potential reworks. Oh, you had me right up until the end. Okay, to begin with, make the game more stable. Good. Yes, we saw what kind of happened with Season 4, where they were like, we're gonna spice the game up. And it was, I want to say really polarizing, but also, the only people that I know that really liked Season 4 were either people who were already playing the characters that became top tier, which, like, makes sense, or, like, people who got in during Season 4, which also makes sense. Like, they don't really have anything to compare to. And, like, I'm not saying, like, you enjoying Season 4 is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot to like about the way that Strive went. I know a lot of people really liked Ramblefall after her rework. And it's not like she wasn't an unpopular character, but especially at, like, higher-ish levels, she really wasn't that played, So having her, like, completely be reinvented actually kind of helped the character. And even then, her moveset stayed relatively the same. But things like addressing Wild Assault is going to be absolutely massive. Wild Assault has been a balancing nightmare. Like, okay, to begin with, White Wild Assault was way too fucking powerful because it used to be plus on block, and obviously it gave you the full invincibility, so it was broken. Then Orange Wild Assault became really fucking broken because it was a pressure reset combo confirming corner carry tool that was so fucking busted. But now both of those have been nerfed, and it turns out Blue Wild Assault allowing you to cancel into fucking any special and giving you Guard Crush is still pretty good. I don't think Wild Assault is in a good state right now, because either you have it or you use it in super specific situations, or you have it and you kind of want to use it as much as humanly possible, because it's just really fucking good. And it more depends on the color that you have than the actual mechanic itself. It also used to give hard knockdown post-wall break. Like, Wild Assault has been an absolute fucking nightmare for the team to balance. If they, like, rework it to be something else, or maybe even just remove it, it'd kind of suck. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want them to fully remove it, but just having them, like, change it and really nerf every version, I think would be fine. It's really weird. I do wonder what they're gonna do. For the reworks, though, I think it's really awkward, because even characters that are, like, not played often or played at high level, I still think have their fans. Like, I'm a big advocate for saying that Dizzy is, like, really fucking bad right now, and her kit kinda doesn't work, and she's not really got, like, a clear game plan. But I don't think you should just throw everything out. I don't think they should fully rework literally everything about how the character functions. Because there's still people who like her. There's still people who, like, find that weird, not quite working, kind of annoying moveset interesting and fun. I literally can't think of a single character where I'm like, this character needs a rework, like I would in, like, some other games. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to think off the top of my head of what character they could give it to, just because they're underperforming or got outscaled. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's a little bit worrying, but we'll see. Let me know down in the comment section below if you want your character to be reworked. The word no is blocked. It's not. New moves for existing characters. We are also planning to add moves for Sol Bad Guy, Kai Keese, Nagori Yuki, and Leo Whitefang. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse! These moves have already reached an implementation stage, and we are currently conducting thorough testing and final adjustments within the version 2.0 battle environment. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, these are the only characters that don't have new moves. Yes, it does kind of suck, because a lot of the new moves that people got are really interesting. See Chip Rope. Do I think that these 4 need a new move? No! No! It is cool that they're getting them, but oh my lord. Oh my god. Fear. Fear. Like, all I can think about Leo... Oh my god, Leo's getting a new move. What could the lion possibly get? What could you give like, do you give him like the DP follow-up? Or like the fucking air thing that he had in Exile where he'd like slam you to the ground and then like go into back turn when he landed? I literally don't know what they're gonna give him. I'm terrified. I'm scared. But no, good for them. Finally getting the new moves. It's been a thorn in Arxis' side for a long time because it was like start of season 4. They were like, we're giving everyone new moves. Or was it start of season 3? It was a long time ago. It was a really, really long time ago. I think it was season 3. Yeah, no, I think it was because Gio had Shove going into season 4. So yeah, start of season 3. Like over 2 years ago now. They're like, we're giving everyone new moves and they haven't... Well, they're finishing now, obviously. Give them to the season 1 characters. Give Biken a new move. Expanding play rewards. To further support player motivation, we're working on expanding reward system. In addition to existing fishing feature, we're developing new ways for players to earn rewards based on their gameplay. Gardening! They've said this a lot. I think it's probably going to be like a battle pass type system. Something like that, similar to how like Granblue has it. Because Arxis have said this several times, where they're like, we're looking into ways to make Guilty Gear rewards more interesting. And I think, like, the ranked rewards are okay. I just think the game doesn't really have the infrastructure to make a lot of the rewards really interesting. Granblue has that infrastructure because you can make rewards more interesting because each character has, like, specific cosmetics you can unlock for them. So, like, characters can get glowy weapons, or silly weapons, or hats, or different skins, like different chromas. And then in, like, the big battle pass, they literally have skins. But, like, Guilty Gear doesn't have that system. You can't, like, modify someone's weapon. You can't modify someone's skin. There's not a lot of chromas in the game to, like, really go off. There's not a lot of, like, different colors. There's no, like, different headpieces. There's nothing really like that. So they might implement something along that lines. We'll see what happens. Quality of life improvements. We're continuing to make incremental improvements to overall usability. Examples include increasing the number of items that can be obtained through fishing, thank fuck, as well as optimizing early battle stages to reduce load and improve performance. Oh my god, sorry. Focusing on areas players interact with on a daily basis. Please, God, please. The stages are all so weird. If you don't know, there's a reason that everyone plays on, like, Three Kings, because the map unloads itself. It's one of, like, the only Strive maps that I know of where, like, when you're in the air, it unloads a portion of the map and loads in another one. Which, like, it can, on lesser computers and stuff, cause a little bit of lag, but you're in a wall break animation. Like, you're not really doing anything during that animation. You're, like, flying through. Whereas, like, the rest of the maps are constantly loaded all the time, and it just adds way too much fucking performance load to everything. Like, the Cityscape one, the one that's, like, Neo New York, or whatever it's called, that's, like, always loaded. Everything in that is always loaded. The White House, everything is always loaded all of the time. And it's like, oh my god, the performance issues. I really hope they go back to, like, a bunch of the maps. Like, even the DLC ones, and they just, like, fix the fucking performance. Just by culling shit that's not on the screen. It would help so much with people's graphics cards, dude. Without having to fucking deal with shit that's just randomly outside of the goddamn map. God, Arxis, please. I'm so sick of playing on Three Kings. Let me play on, like, the forest stage or some shit. You know? Let me play in, like, that one where, like, the boat passes. And it's, like, the cool city. Let me play on that one. I haven't played on that map in fucking years. Addressing bad manners. We also continue to review measures against discipline behavior, such as intentional disconnects. Ooh, I just felt someone shudder. I felt people shudder when they heard that one. When such behavior is confirmed, the operations team applies responses such as network restrictions or rank exclusions. In addition, we are developing systems that allow for faster detection and more appropriate handling of these cases. Some topics discussed here may not be ready in time for the initial version of 2.0. For those elements, we're considering implementation in future updates beyond version 2.0, while carefully reviewing priorities and development timelines. The topics included here represent only a portion of what we are prepping for version 2.0. There are still elements we are not ready to talk about, but we hope to share more as development proceeds. Sounding pretty good, not gonna lie. It's sounding pretty decent. There's a lot of vague stuff, which is pretty obvious. Like, they weren't just gonna give us the whole balance notes and everything. I think some of the philosophies are worrying. I think reworks in fighting games aren't generally met as well as they are in, like, some other games. Even in stuff like MOBAs, when a character gets reworked, people don't like it. But in fighting games, people have such an attachment to characters that having a rework for the full character can feel really weird, even if it's just, like, a lot of the smaller stuff. I've known people who've quit characters because of small changes. I quit characters because of seemingly small changes. When they originally changed how Giovanna's dash worked, so that if you held forward, you went further. If you held back, you went less. I hated it. I hated it. I stopped playing the character. I went to Viken because I just hated how it felt. And that wasn't even, like, a major rework. That was just a small change to how she played most of the time. So having, like, a bigger rework to a character that people really like is concerning. It's a little bit worrying, but I do trust Arxis. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what happens. All the other stuff sounds really nice. Please, for the love of God, just remove the cap on fishing. Like, please, let me fish like 100 fish at a time. I have so many world dollars. I got so many world dollars, bro. Like, anytime a new thing comes out, I just sit there for like 20 minutes just fishing. Like, just remove the cap. Just let me get everything, please. Please, God. It would make my life so much easier, genuinely. Future support for Nintendo Switch Edition. Finally, regarding the future of Guilty Gear Strive Nintendo Switch Edition. Development and operating the game on Nintendo Switch required a great deal of effort and ingenuity to work within the hardware constraints. Based on that experience, we are currently examining what form future updates beyond version 2.0 could take for the Nintendo Switch Edition. Please note that feasibility will depend not only on technical challenges, but also how far we can push ourselves as a development team, as well as on feedback and support from all players. All of these factors will be taken into account when making our decisions. It's not looking good for Switch. I do think the team must have learned a lot from making the Switch Edition. If you don't know, the Nintendo Switch, especially the original version, kind of runs on hopes and dreams. It's a really, really underpowered console. And like, Strive isn't the most demanding game out there. It's not like Cyberpunk or anything like that. But it can definitely make machines chug. And like, the Switch version, from what I've heard, runs really well. Like, really, really well. So I'm kind of hoping they take whatever optimization lessons they learned from that and apply it to the main game. It would be really nice if the Switch Edition kept updated. Obviously, it's its own closed ecosystem. Switch players can't play online with the rest of the players, and Arxis seems to have specific people working on it. So it would be a massive shame if the Switch Edition never gets any more updates, but we'll see. Hopefully, they at least learned how to make the game run better. That's all I'm hoping. With this developer backyard, we have shared our current thoughts and direction for version 2.0 within the scope of what we are able to discuss at this time. Whether you are actively playing now or have been away for a while, we will continue development with the goal of creating updates that will make you feel like picking up the game again. We will share future updates as they become available, and we hope you will continue to enjoy Guilty Gear Strive. If there's anything that stood out to you, something you enjoyed reading or found exciting, we would be happy if you shared your thoughts in your own words. I already did that. The reactions are a great source of motivation for our development team. I love hearing from the devs. I really do. Even if there's some things where I'm like, ooh, I'm not quite sure about that. I still like hearing about what they're doing and what they're thinking. I really hope we get news relatively soon. If you don't know, my thought for the entirety since 2.0 was announced is we're probably going to hear at the end of the Arc World Tour, which is in March. It's a long time away. Like, it's the end of March. It's like March 20th it starts in Seoul, Korea. Tickets available now. I'm not a shill. I also can't go, so I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. It's the other side of the world for me. I literally can't go. But I do hope that over the course of those months, they give us like a few small hints of things to expect. Something like showing the new moves every couple of weeks, I think would be enough to like get people excited, get people invested. Maybe tease the character that's coming out. I remember before Slayer released, they did a whole like, who do you think it is? And it was very obviously Slayer. But like showing like small stuff like that really gets the community invested, really excited. And it's just like nice to know that like something is coming. Don't you worry, something big's coming. But yeah, it's really nice. I'm glad that they talked about this. I'm glad they set our expectations. One DLC character is insane. Oh, they're probably going to give us a season worth in 2.0. Says a fucking moron. Who would say that? Don't go watch my main channel video. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I'm glad to hear from them again. Really, really good. Really good developer backyard. Not as long as the previous one, but I think the previous one had, like, a lot of shit to touch up on. They had, like, a year's worth of stuff to talk about. So, yeah. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to stuff. Thank you very much for playing Guilty Gear Strive throughout this year. We wish you a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. Oh my god, there's a submission form. What? That's really cool. I didn't know that. Did the other ones have submission forms? God, they did. They have the whole time. They've been there the whole time. I've just never seen them. Yep, that's the developer backyard. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all got some information out of it. I'm sure it's not the information that some of you would have wanted, but it is what it is. We know that 2.0 is very much coming, and hearing from the developers is very nice. I always like it. I'm in a box. Help! Help me! Now, as for personal things, all the Guilty Gear talk's basically done. If you want to leave now, go for it. We're just gonna do like a mini channel update because I haven't been uploading in a bit. I was focused on the main channel for the past couple of months, and this channel has sort of taken a backseat because of that, and it is what it is. Going into the new year, I'm gonna try and get daily uploads again. They're probably not gonna be as rock solid as they were earlier in the year, but I have a plan from how to make stuff. There's going to be a video later in the year where we look back and we reflect on everything that happened. But for like the next couple of days, taking time off. I ain't doing anything. We originally planned to play DNF Duel tonight, but I'm going to unfortunately cancel that. I just don't have it in me right now. I really don't. I apologize. It's been a really long year, and like, I'm not sure if you've ever had this, where like, if you're stressed, the moment you decompress, you just... oh, you feel bad. Like, everything that your body's been fighting off just hits you at once. I'm starting to feel that. So, I'm going to take a bit of time off. I'll see you again at the end of the year. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for an amazing year. It's been absolutely insane. The recap video will be out New Year's Eve, the day before New Year's Eve, something like that. So, Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. Time isn't real right now. It's after Christmas. The days don't exist. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for making this year extremely special, extremely fun. And I'll see you all when the new year starts. Also, the Killer 7 review has to be delayed. This disc doesn't work. That was the main thing I wanted to say. I forgot. This disc doesn't work. So I'm having to find a workaround for it, but I am working on it. Don't worry. It'll probably be in the new year at this point. Thank you all for watching, though. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!